there are 3 jobs for product managers. You're the business owner, right? Like the numbers, you own them. But you're also the vision holder. And one of these days, we're going to have to get someone to talk about that job, because convincing your team that your vision's right, that their vision's right, convincing the rest of the company, this is a huge, important thing. You're constantly evangelizing. But the last one is the team coordinator. And that's a job that you shouldn't have to do, but just like being a dishwasher, if it ain't happening, you got to fix it. So that's what this talk is about. We're going to talk about how to reboot the team you have, or if you have a new one, how to make it healthy. Because you only have 8 to 10 hours in a day, maybe 12. This is something product managers don't figure out, right? We think we'll just do everything and not sleep. There are only 24 hours, people. You will run out of hours. So you have to figure out where you're going to spend those hours. And if you can figure out how to spend less of it on getting your team to stop hating each other, you can spend more time on the business management and the vision, right? Okay. So real quick, not all groups are teams. There's something called a work group. And a work group is like a sales team or customer service. And they're just all doing what their boss tells them and acting kind of independently. Then we have a team. And then I think there's 2 other kinds of teams. We're going to talk a little bit about how to get to these other kinds of teams. We have a learning team and we have a mindful team. So when does a work group become a team? They need a common purpose. They need performance goals. They need complementary skills and mutual accountability. This is from The Wisdom of Teams by long names I can't pronounce correctly. Moving on. Okay. So common purpose and performance goals. OKRs, baby. I am the OKR lady, apparently. These things sneak up on you. So if you can set objectives and key results, you can solve 2 of the 4 parts of becoming a team, right? An objective is qualitative. Now, there are people, this is going to be a shock to you, in your company who don't care about numbers. And those people need something to inspire them. So you need that qualitative goal that's like, we're going to take that mountain, people, come on. However, you care about numbers, I hope, and so do the other half, including probably your CEO. So you need KRs, key results, that are going to set the performance criteria. These are going to be numerical. Put them together, and you have a unified vision that will bring people together. For example, establish clear value to distributors, right? And then we actually have numerical goals. So that's out of our way. We can move on with our life. Complementary skills. So when I had my very first startup, I actually went to a lawyer. It was like the lawyer to the stars. Like, he had worked with all the hot startups, and I got to be introduced to him. And so he was interviewing me, and he's like, I don't know about your startup. I think for you to be successful, you need 3 things. You need somebody who really understands product. That means understanding the market, right? You need somebody who really knows technology, and that could be manufacturing. And you've got to have someone who knows money. Money, yeah. Okay. And he said they don't have to be 3 people. They could be 1 person who can do 2 things, any combination. You know, one of the things I love is comic books. I'm a big comic book nerd. And I don't know if you know this, but Neil Gaiman, Martin mentioned him, he writes his comic book scripts like he was making a movie. He does all the dialogue, he says what goes in each panel, he says it's a close-up or a distant shot. Stan Lee, who you all know, thank you Marvel movies, as being an early writer, creator of Spider-Man, his scripts would be just like, these things happen, and then Jack Kirby or Ditko would draw it, and he'd go in and write in the dialogue. So it was a much more loose collaboration. And that's how it should be with your team. Like, you should talk to them. There's no right process. In fact, the process I'm going to be telling you about, it's something that I've seen work over and over again, but when I give it to you, I want you to mod it. I want you to change it, okay? Be like Stan. The last piece is mutual accountability. In a work group, you have a boss. However, in a team, everybody holds each other accountable. If you're asking yourself right now, is my team really a team? Well, does the engineer come to you and say, that designer is late again, I need my assets, or I can't code, go fix it? You're in a work group. You are a bottleneck. But when the engineer just goes and yells at himself, you're fine.